Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Storytime. And this is Virtual Storytime with myself. It's Dr. Dwayne Dice. I'm the chair for the Education Task Force in the JDTAN network. And we have some wonderful guests with us tonight. They are going to talk to us about the story that we have prepared for you guys to be read by Miss Tanisha Allen, our special guest. And our special guest will introduce herself later on. But let us go over to our boys and girls, and they're going to introduce themselves. Okay? They're going to tell us what school they attend and also where they're from. And they're right across Jamaica. We're really happy to have them here with us this evening. And we are also, before I forget, we're also coming to you live in partnership with Morningside Primary and Infant School over there in beautiful St. Elizabeth. Okay, I'm going to have our special guests, listeners, and the discussion starters. I'm going to have them introduce themselves, and then we'll go over to our wonderful reader tonight to introduce herself and the book, of course. So let's take it away with Mr. Jeffrey. Roger Jeffrey. Introduce yourself, sir.
Good night. My name is Rajay Jeffrey. I, I attend the school of Mount Fletcher Primary. I live in the parish of St. Andrew.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Jeffrey. That's Roger Jeffrey for you
Welcome.
guys. Let's hear it for another Mr. here, Dequan, Mr. Campbell.
Hi, my name is Dequan Campbell. I attend the school of Sherwood Forest Primary Infant School. I live in Sherwood Forest Primary Infant School.
All right. Thank you so much, Dequan. And now we're gonna stop here for a little bit with the kings and get the queen, the only queen among us, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have her introduce herself. Miss Summer Rose Bailey, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Summer Rose Bailey. I attend Coronado Primary School and I live in St. Louis.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you to the people who have gone on before us. Let's go over to Luke, Mr. Butler. Luke Butler, introduce yourself, sir.
Hi, my name is Luke Butler. I attend the school, Golden Spring Primary School, in St. Andrew.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Now, guys, if many of you have been taking aim at our program, which is viewing it, watching the program every week, you will have seen sometime in the past we have Ches and Shez. Those two guys are wonderful twins, and they're on our program again. And I want them to introduce themselves. I have no idea who is who yet, but one of these days I'm gonna find out. So take turns, Shez and Ches, to introduce yourselves, please.
Hi, my name is Shazad Kouri. I attend Golden Spring Primary School in the parish of St. Andrew. Hi, my
Okay.
name is Shazad Kouri. I attend Golden Spring Primary School in the parish of St. Andrew.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Shez and Ches. Appreciate that. Okay. Now the introductions are out the way for now. Many of us will come back and look at these wonderful people in a little while. So we're gonna go over to our reader, our wonderful Miss Allen, and she's very Jamaican. She's going to take us away with her introduction first, and then she's gonna be reading this wonderful story for us this evening. Now, boys and girls, remember you're listening to the story because we're gonna talk about many aspects of it as soon as Miss Allen is finished. So let's hear it for Miss Allen.
Hi, everyone. I'm Tanisha Allen. I'm very much Jamaican. I was born and raised in Kingston and St. Andrew. I taught in Jamaica for a long time, and I now work working in the United States as a vice principal for an OST program in DC. And it's an honor to be the reader to these wonderful scholars. I'm so excited and I just can't wait to get going.
Yes. All right. No, we're gonna get going, as she said. We're going to get going. Okay. Now, she's going to introduce. I'm going to share my screen as usual and get the book up and running, and then we hit the ground running here. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
The rabbit.
Okay, I heard someone saying the title or reading the title of the story. Can
Jessie the rabbit.
can anyone make any prediction about what this story will be about?
Is guilty.
He's guilty of what?
Stealing carrots.
Okay, okay, he's guilty of stealing carrots. Anyone else?
He's getting ready for the winter.
He's getting ready for the winter. Okay, and what made you make that prediction?
He looks like a snow rabbit.
He looks like a snow rabbit. Okay, excellent. Anyone else wants to make another prediction? Those were two excellent predictions. Okay, let's get going, Dr. Dice.
Wait, Luke. Luke wants to say.
Oh, sorry, I'm not seeing anyone, Dr. Dice.
Yeah, it's okay. Go
Okay.
ahead, Luke.
Go ahead.
Maybe Jessie the rabbit wants to start a carrot farm to share with everyone in the community or in the story.
Okay, that's an excellent prediction also. Anyone else wants to make a try at this prediction? Okay.
All right.
Okay, excellent. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, Jessie the rabbit. Jessie the rabbit was eating a carrot in a green meadow one sunny day. He watched the other animals run around and play, and he admired them. He had always been the shy one, and they were always playing without him. They made fun of him because he got startled so easily. If a tree fell somewhere in the forest, he would rush into his rabbit hole and hide for the rest of the day. "You're such a scaredy cat," Jessie, Teddy, the cub, once said when she passed by him. "You never have any fun, Jessie. I wonder," stick a pin, Dr. Dice, "I wonder, why is Jessie so scared? Why is he so easily startled? Does anyone know what the word startle means?
Startled means when you hear something and you are scared and you
Frightened.
Go again, Summer.
so startled means when you're scared and you run somewhere for shelter because you didn't know that the sound was going to happen.
Okay, so okay.
Frightened.
Go ahead.
May startle mean when you're frightened.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes. Another vocabulary word for startled is frightened. He was easily frightened whenever for example, have you ever been startled before? Have you ever? Give me an example of when you were startled.
When I was in the dark.
When you were in the dark? Did you hear a sound? Or did someone came and yell at you or something?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I get startled when I hear thunder or when I see lightning. I get startled. It frightens me. Okay. Go ahead. But Jessie the rabbit was a cautious and wise rabbit. He knew better than to ignore every sound. "I may look stupid and scared, But I will always be prepared for danger, thought Jessie. He would hide and curl up every time he heard a crack or saw a shadow loom over his hole. One fine day, just like any other, a distant crack was heard. A tree fell down and a light brightly burned. Jessie darted into his hole while the other animals continued frolicking around. Jessie shouted as loud as he could, "Run!" But no one heard him. He jumped into his hole and curled up into a ball. Stick a pin, Dr. Dice. 1 second, Dr. Dice. Let's go back to that. They used the vocabulary word frolicking. The sentence said, Jessie darted into his hole while the other animals continued frolicking around. Can anyone tell me what frolicking means? I see Luke's hand is up. Go ahead, Luke.
It means they're still playing around or running or
Excellent. Excellent. You're such a smart scholar. Very good. You all are very good. Yes, it means they were still playing around, but he heard the sound. Let's see what's going to happen next. While Jessie was hiding, he could still hear the others laughing. Then all of a sudden, Jessie heard squeals, some running, and then Beaver started shouting, "The forest is on fire! The forest is on fire! Everybody run! The fire is spreading!" The beaver continued to shout as he ran past Jessie's hole. The whole forest was in a wild panic. Trampling everything, the animals ran away, leaving behind a cloud of dust and the forest on fire. Only Jessie was left in his hiding place, safe beneath the ground. Jessie had cleverly stashed away a supply of food and water into his hole. He knew that one day danger would come and he wanted to be prepared. He was relieved to know he had enough supplies to last until the fire was over. In the distance, Jessie could hear a loud squeal. "Help! Someone help me, please!" Jessie did not want to come out of his hole, as he knew that the fire was spreading. But then he heard the squeal a second and a third time. Jessie couldn't just hide in his hole while someone was out there on his own. Jessie slowly raised his head from his hole. He could see the flaming trees all around. He heard another squeal and turned his head to see Teddy, the cub, lying down with his leg caught beneath a thick fallen branch. The ground around him was burning and the fire was getting closer. 1 second, Dr. Dice. Can anyone, based on the reading so far, anyone tell me, how do you think at this moment Jessie felt? And how was, what's his name, Teddy? How do you think Teddy will respond to Jessie? How do you think Jessie's feeling right now? And how do you think Teddy will respond to Jessie? Go ahead, Luke. Your hand is all the way up. And I saw
and then Summer.
Yeah, oh, Summer and then Daytona, I think.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Luke.
Miss, I think that the rabbit Jessie would say, "Hurry up and let me help you," but he would be scared at the same time.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think Teddy the bear or the cub would say, please help me, I'm so scared, please help me."
Excellent. Very good. Did Summer want to say something? Very good, Luke. Very good. Go ahead, Summer.
So I think that Jessie would have go out and help Teddy the cub
Mm-hmm.
quickly because the ground was burning and the fire was close, and the Teddy the cub will hurry up and run to shelter with the rabbit with Jessie.
Okay, very good. Excellent, Summer. I agree with you, and I agree with you, Luke. Okay, keep going, Dr. Dance.
Mhm.
The Jesse was very scared. Someone said he was. But he couldn't just leave Teddy there. Huffing and puffing, he rushed with incredible speed towards the Teddy. Jesse, please, you need to find a way to get this thing off, said Teddy. Jesse started running around looking for a way to help. Jesse saw that the other side of the branch had started to burn and was becoming thinner. Jesse had an idea and he darted down into his hole. He grabbed some of the nuts casings that he had stored the water in and ran back towards Teddy. He rushed towards the branch and poured the water on the branch. The branch was now thin and wobbly, but Teddy still could not get his foot free. So Jesse gathered all his strength and in a single dash smashed his body against it. A crack was heard and the branch broke into half, freeing Teddy. He slowly got up and approached Jesse. Teddy was surprised at how Jesse's heroism and even more surprised at how he had managed to free him. He saw Jesse lying down. Jesse was looking very tired. So he picked him up in his mouth and rushed away from the fire into the cool hills nearby. A few days later, after the animals had settled into a new place in the woods where the fire hadn't reached, everybody was still playing, but something had changed. Teddy, the cub, was taking care of Jessie, the rabbit who was still recovering. Oh, wow. No one laughed at Jessie anymore, for he had saved their friend and they knew of his courage. From that day on, all of them followed in his footsteps and have been careful till this day. They now knew that being careful does not mean that you are not brave. The end. The end. Okay. Did you guys enjoy that story?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, you did? Okay. What? Okay, and
It's fun.
it was fun. Excellent. It was fun for me too in reading it. I want to hear from everyone because you said you enjoyed it. So I want everyone to tell me why. What about the story that made you enjoyed it?
The
Let's
rabbit
start.
was cautious of
Okay.
everything.
Hold on. If I can
That's
hold on.
was
Roger,
safe.
Roger.
Yes.
Hold on, Roger, you first.
Mhm.
The rabbit was cautious of everything, so that's how he kept safe.
Okay.
Yeah, he was very cautious and conscious of everything around him. All right, go on. Luke is raising his
Luke,
hand.
yes, go ahead, Luke.
It's
Yes.
my favorite part of the story that made it so interesting is that the rabbit, he was so cautious at first, and
Mm.
he's still cautious to this day, but he saved the bear or the cub, and now everyone wants to be friend and follow in his footsteps.
Excellent. Yes. Daquan.
I learned that friends are important.
You learn that friends are important. Very good lesson.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else wants to say why? Hey,
Yes.
who's speaking, Dr. Dots?
Summer, we want to get Summer. The twins will come up next.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I enjoy that about the story is that the rabbit is that Jessie was very cautious but was very brave, and she was very heroic to
Mm-hmm.
save Teddy the cub, and that the cub helped her to get out of the fire and did not leave him there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they became friends and they followed Jessie's footsteps.
Excellent, Summer. You're such a bright scholar. Very
Yeah.
good. Dr. Dice, this is
Yeah.
an amazing group of scholars.
Yes. The
Amazing.
sharing is good.
Yes.
Um,
The twins, yes.
yeah, what we want to switch gears here a little bit, twin. So you're gonna share. But what do you think, reflecting on another question, is how were they treating Jesse at the beginning, the other animals? How were they treating him, if you remember?
They were
Like
treated
he
very
was
mean.
brave.
In a mean way.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, yeah, that he didn't belong, they didn't want to be around him. And then it progressed into the story progressed into him helping somebody from their group,
So,
right?
Dr. Dice, my
Yeah.
next question I was about to ask the group was,
Hmm.
what it's relatively easy. What was the problem in this story and how was it
Yes.
solved? What was the solution in this story? What was the problem? And then what was the solution in this story?
Go ahead. The queen first among the kings. Summer.
So the problem in the story was that the group, the Teddy the Cubs group, was very mean to Jesse because he was different from them. He was not everywhere and he was different from everyone. He was afraid of things. He was very curious about things and very overprotective. And
Hmm.
the solution was that Jesse saved one Teddy the cub, and they became friends because he saved someone from their group, and he did it in a very heroic way, so
Hmm?
they show respect to Jesse because he saved Teddy the cub.
I
Very
love
good.
that
Yeah.
word. Very good. Yes. They showed him respect. Yes. Anyone else? Yes,
And
they. Oh,
Reggie has his hand up earlier. Reggie, you want to go now or wait until after the con?
I will wait until they can
All right,
go.
they con. Go ahead. Thank you.
He didn't trust them.
Who didn't trust them?
Yes, the rabbit.
Just the
that
rabbit
was
didn't
a
trust them.
problem. That was a problem that he didn't trust them. You think that was a problem? They.
Yes, yes, miss.
You know my problem.
Okay, and then but they happen. What do you realize that Jesse had food in his bunker underground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Why is that so important in the story? Why did the author put that part in the story too? Why?
to save the people.
There's something pertaining to Jesse's personality and quality, because
Mhm.
the author wouldn't just put that in there for no reason, you know.
Well,
The food,
Lou.
the
well,
food and the
they,
water was in there for a reason, sir, because the water was used to put out the fire, which was burning on the branch,
Mhm.
which the
Okay.
branch was on Teddy.
All
Ah,
right. Luke, thank you, Reggie. Luke, and then Summer.
Sir, the reason why they did put in the food is because, like, in case of any emergencies,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna need the food to survive, and so that if he finds any other survivors, he can share the food with them. They can survive too.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Was the
Summer. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Miss Ali.
So
no, go ahead. It's okay.
Jessie had
Okay.
the water and the food because he knew that there would be an emergency that would make him have to stay home, and
Mhm.
so he became prepared. So he brought food and water, and he brought enough so he can survive and then get more for the if there's a next emergency.
So it does tell us something about his personality, that he's prepared. That
Yeah.
word is very important, to be prepared for anything, anything at all.
And I would
Mm-hmm.
also say, Dr. Dice, that he's a very wise rabbit.
Yes.
Very wise. And the author did use that word in the story. So he
Mm-hmm.
was wise to know that even though it was fun times now, but one day there may just be a rainy day, and I may need this food and this water. But guys, do you think that he was preparing for a fire in the forest? Do you think that's what he
No,
was
miss.
preparing for? Okay. What do you think? He
Miss,
was.
I know
suppose
that.
there was a flood. Remember that he lives in a hole, So
Mhm.
suppose there was a flood.
What do you mean, Roche? How will that
Suppose
change
there
the
was a
setting?
flood in the jungle or in the forest.
Yeah. Will that damage
He
his
was in
food
live in a hole,
underground?
You think that would have damaged him underground, Roger?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's true. It would have caused some problems with him. Um,
But
but I don't know what he was thinking, that he would leave the food there, thinking that, oh, in this season it's dry, so let me dig in here. I'm not gonna put it in a tree.
and maybe he had a deeper burrow down on
Yeah.
the inside, Dr. Dice. Maybe he had
Hmm.
maybe that was also a thought of his, and he prepared for that. The author didn't state it, Roger, but maybe, we could,
Yeah.
we
But what do you think, the lesson that, like all the friends around in the story, and then this one guy comes in, help them. Where were the others when the fire took place? Where was his friends? You
They
know,
were running from the fire.
where were the friends that he had all along, and why didn't they check for him? Summer.
So the friends might have run to their homes and didn't look back because there was a fire because they were very startled. So they didn't want to look back and see if anyone's there because there was a fire. So
Mhm.
they
Hmm.
just went to their home and locked themselves in their home so that they don't get in the fire.
Yeah, Dequan, go ahead. Yeah, yeah,
I
cool.
think because he was shy,
Who?
just the rabbit.
Jesse was shy.
Yes,
What? Oh, what? Why do you say he was shy in terms of the friends who were running away?
because he didn't want to play with them.
Oh, so he stayed away from them,
Yes,
and then
and he
okay.
didn't believe them. He think it was a lie.
Oh, so that's why he was around.
Okay. So
Oh,
everyone, Dr. Dice, I just want to hear everyone's from
yeah.
you, your final
Mm-hmm.
answer to this question. What is the moral of this story, guys?
The what?
Yeah. The
More
moral lesson. What
lesson.
lesson do you learn from
What
this?
have you learned from this story? What have you learned from this story? Go
That you can never be overprotective.
All
Okay.
right, that's from Chez or Ches.
Okay.
Means that you should always think about others.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Summer.
Look, the moral of the story is you shouldn't take anything for granted and you should always be not overprotective, but be protective so that be prepared at any time so that if a disaster happens, you already know that you can handle the disaster, and you should always care about others and be brave. And
Very good.
if you have something that you don't, you can even share, because Jesse the rabbit shared his water just to save Cub the Teddy, Teddy the cub, who was mean to Jesse. So you should always be brave, even if someone treats you bad.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Next
Okay.
person.
Dequan, and then
That you
Roger.
should love your friends, good or bad, you should love them.
Good or bad, yeah, and try to change the bad ones. Huh? Yes, good or bad, love them. That's
Love
very
your
good.
friends.
Yes, they're your
Is it
friends.
Luke?
No, Roger, I did say, and then look, yeah.
You
Okay.
should treat
You should be cautious and prepare for anything that's coming your way.
Yeah, be prepared, right, Roger?
Even though somebody is bullying you and they're in trouble, you should try to help them any way you can.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, you're right.
You're
Because they
right.
might change afterwards, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
And
you might pull
you,
them out of something.
yes, and you lead by example. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Being the
you
bigger
should
one.
treat others like how you would like them to treat yourself, and you should also be prepared for any disaster or anything that happens in life.
excellent.
Excellent. Excellent.
What? Yeah. What's your take on it, Miss Allen? Before we go.
Basically,
Okay.
everything that the young people had stated, you should always be prepared, no matter what. You should always be prepared. You should always give a helping hand whenever you see someone in problems or trouble. You should always lend kindness to people. You should also always be respectful of persons. People may be different from you, as someone said. Not because he wasn't playing around, it doesn't mean that he wasn't brave. He was just
Mhm.
different, and he was wise, and he was just cautious. But it doesn't mean that, it was right for them to make fun. So you don't make fun of people because they're different from you. You accept differences and diversity.
Very good. Yes.
I will
Accept differences
totally.
among us. Who's
Yes.
saying something? Nobody. Oh, I thought you were adding. Yeah, very well said. And summary is excellent. Miss Allen. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. You have been wonderful. We love the sharing, the comments online from past president, JTA, past president, Mr. Owen Speed. He said, hey, keep on going. You keep on going, keep on doing what you're doing, guys. He's talking to you guys. Keep on doing it. And also, Miss Shelley and Grant says, awesome discussion, scholars. So you
Wow.
guys are wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
Miss
Doc,
Ingrid Stelly said, keep up the good work, wonderful scholars. Okay. So, Miss Allen, yes.
yes, I just want to say that it is an honor to really, this spend this little short, 10-30 minutes with these kids. It is a
Mhm.
true honor to
Mhm.
interact with them. They're so smart.
Mhm.
They are so articulate. They
Yes.
communicate excellent. Their teachers and parents should be proud of them. I'm so proud of our Jamaican students.
Yes.
I'm just swelling with pride. And
Yes. Yeah.
thank you, Dr. Dice, for really inviting me to be a
You're
part.
welcome.
Yes. And guys. So remember that every Tuesday you can tune in on Facebook Live, JD Tan, JDTAN, on Facebook for another episode of Virtual Storytime in collaboration with Morningside Primary and Infant School. We are the Jamaica Diaspora Education Task Force putting on this program for students right across the world. And we're there across Jamaica sharing. Okay, we love this. So
Yeah.
everybody, Wish everybody a wonderful Tuesday evening. Say bye-bye to everybody, and we'll see you guys again.
Keep on
Bye. I
shining.
might see you next
Keep on
time. Bye.
shining.
Yes.
One, I love you
Bye.
all.
Keep on shining,
I
guys.
might see you next
Education
time.
is
Bye.
great.